All right, first up, we're going to look at Rebecca because you're here. There's 1, 2, 3. So, Rebecca, some key things are missing. These are not finished, right? You don't have the name of your company. Your logo lockup doesn't have the company name. You need, this net weight should be like in white or something so you could see it. You need a descriptor line telling us, what this product is about. You put ingredients on the back. The color palette's okay. This pattern is one of the stock patterns out of Illustrator done by Von Glitzka. It's a nice pattern, but I'd encourage you to sort of create your own pattern if you can. I see you're trying to do something with the circles.
I have the circles where the brown is, and then I put the brown over top of it to give it that greenish color behind it.
I'm brown in the pattern here. Where's the brown? I don't.
Circles are behind that brown pattern, and they give it the green, that light green color.
Okay, so you're saying the pattern is altered by the stuff that's behind it?
Yes.
Okay. Like I said, I would encourage you to create your own pattern. It's pretty easy. This texture doesn't work. It just sort of interferes with everything. But you got to have those key elements in there. This also looks like you've stretched it to fit the page. Just keep it the normal proportions. And make sure you update your master page with your name and the project name when you get there, all right?
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go on to other students. You're welcome to stay. Sandra, you are also using one of the stock patterns out of Illustrator, which is by Von Glitzka, a great pattern, but I want you to use your own patterns. This is missing the net weight. It doesn't have a descriptor line telling us what it's about, that this is Ukrainian tea, which the branding of this doesn't really look Ukrainian. It feels kind of a bit generic, maybe tropical or Caribbean, which is not what your brand is about. So I would find your own pattern, find your own look, and make sure that it follows your creative brief and complete all the elements that you need. All right, Amanda, I'm not going to watch your full presentation here. All right, Wesley, Windsor tea. This is a very traditional English breakfast tea. There's nothing in your packaging that gives me that feeling. It looks almost generic. Your logo, it doesn't need the circle around it if the type is legible. This kind of flesh color, I'm not really sure where that's coming from, how that relates to the traditional English breakfast tea. Seems like you're still in progress there. So a net weight and some additional elements, branded elements, not just your icon, but maybe texture, pattern, all those kind of things you would have used in your identity package to tell me about this traditional English tea. All right, Maria Pedro's Provolones. This also looks generic. There's nothing really telling me that this is a Puerto Rican Christmas cookie. The color palette, these two complementary colors are virtually the same value, so they create this terrible vibration, and the type is almost illegible. I would think more about you're using your icon as a pattern. It just feels very generic, like doesn't have anything from the creative brief really built in here. So, and you can flesh out your color palette a little more so you have more variety as well. And you have to have 3 designs. All right, so this group. Let's see, Ashlyn, Bluebell. It doesn't appear that you're using the template properly. The horizontal lines here should be aligned with this perspective. These look flat, like they're just stuck on. So it's hard to tell here. It might be same issue there. So make sure you're using the template properly. If you need help, let me know. These look okay. They're good designs. They're a bit generic and not, I know you want to keep it simple and clean, but I feel like there could be a little more branding in these. Robert, Osiris Coffee. So you picked up on the nightlife aspect of it. This big block of text on the front display panel seems really out of place and not typical. You would have a descriptor line. You've got your net weight. You might have a picture of the finished coffee. You do sort of understand the brand a little bit there. You're using a pattern. It's hard to tell what that is. It looks like a OC for Osiris Coffee. Given there's sort of an Egyptian thing going on with this brand, I would think maybe you could pull out some Egyptian stuff. Alexandria, Cactus Cookies, need a net weight. Your color palette needs more value contrast, light and dark. This is all very similar in terms of value, so it gets a little hard to read. You might have a much lighter background, and then some of this color is good, but with the red, it's not enough contrast in value. So you might lighten it up, make it more sand colored. You could use a little more branding in terms of additional elements that tell the story. All right, and Jonathan, Monkey Tree Licorice. This looks unfinished. I'm not sure what's going on with this panel. It's just a big empty space. You've got the type going in a circle, like as if it's circling something that isn't there. It's crooked off to the side. I guess this is your logo. It's kind of hard to tell what that even is. And you're using an okay color palette. It could use a little more variety and value. But it seems like you're struggling to get the right things on the primary display panel. So your logo should go here. You should have a descriptor line, maybe a picture of the product would be smart. But I think you got some work to do on that. All right, so that's all we've got for today. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody's final package designs. And it's been a great month. I hope you all have a great weekend.